Welcome to Ozidi TV, the entertainment planet. This is another episode, and today we are going to discuss on something very unique, very wonderful. And that is the reason why we're always here, to bring life issues. We always like to bring life issues so that you can learn some certain things from it. Permit me to announce the topic of today. We have the challenges of widowhood and the lesson thereof. With me is a wonderful woman, sitting immaculately like a Roman candle. Permit me to introduce our guest for today. It's a popular face. You must have seen her on social media, but today she's going to speak on this topic based on her experience. I want to welcome our beloved sister, Mrs. Joy James Williams. You are welcome.
Thank you very much, sir.
We welcome you to Ozidi TV, a place where people used to learn. And we want you to be very free. Talk based on experience. Our viewers want to learn deeply from your own experience. They want to see something from another dimension, not something somebody reported to them or they heard from. Let us hear it from someone who must have gone through that route and is still succeeding, not minding the challenges in it, but still having testimonies to share. Let us start by bubbling into the first question, which says, how many years have you been to this, your marriage, before your husband left to stay with the Lord?
7 years.
7 good years.
Yes, sir.
Before it happened.
Yes.
Did you envisage that one day you are not going to be with the man you love so much?
No, nobody planned for it. You can't plan for it. You never thought that such a day will come.
It has never occurred to your mind?
It has never.
All of a sudden, you discover that the man
It's no more.
is no more. This is something that nobody wishes for his enemy. What was the first thing that came into your heart? Immediately you discover that by doctor's confirmation, by the evidence on ground on that particular day, what was the first thing that hit your mind, that came into your heart on that particular day?
I think the incident happened on a Sunday, and when I was called that he's no more, I rushed in. I was with him throughout. He actually passed.
That happened in the hospital?
In the hospital,
okay.
in Lutz.
Lutz?
Yes.
Okay.
So I just stepped out to at least take a bath, you know.
We would like for you to raise your voice so that our audience can hear you better.
Okay. So immediately I went downstairs to brush my teeth, and my husband elder sister called to say, oh, come up, you know, your attention is needed. And I was like, I just left the place. If there is anything, just let me know. And she was insisting. He said, please come up, the doctor needs to see you. At that moment, you know, it occurred to me that maybe something has happened and she doesn't want to tell me. So I rushed upstairs, and I met, you know, the scene. The nurses helped me.
The nurses were there,
you know, to console me. And at that point, I was still arguing that this man is, no, he can't live. He can't live. I told them not to touch him, that he's just resting. He was going to come back. I prayed. I cried. I spoke to him, reminded him of all the promises. And for hours, the nurses had to tell me to let him go, you know. It was still like, no, he's not dead. He can't be dead. It's not possible. Where am I going to start from? From where?
7 years.
7 years.
In marriage. How did you break the news? Because I discovered that your children must have been so little. How did you reflect this event to them that made them to absorb the shock up to now?
I think after then, I think my senior brother took me home. So the following day, I went to see my kids, and I told my son first that is no more. I couldn't tell my little girls, because I can't even imagine telling them that their lovely father he's gone. You know, they were seeing people coming to the house. My daughter came to me to say, Mommy, is Daddy okay? Is Daddy dead? At that point, you know, tears dropped down my eyes, and I held her and I cried. And I told her, yes, he is, but then he's in heaven. I tried to explain to them what death means.
Means, yes.
And also explain to them that he's in heaven watching them. So it was a sad experience and a sad sight to behold. It's something that you can never prepare for it.
Prepare for it. Where we came from, this particular hemisphere of the continent, there's always this kind of impression that once somebody die like that, the family members will come up with some kind of, not all families anyway, some families will come up with, where is the property? Where is the shoes? The ATM card. Did you experience such thing? Did such thing ever come across during that particular the period of his demise? Did you experience, normally it usually happen, but in your own case, did you experience family members coming, demanding for ATM card, whether he has landed properties, what else can you offer? Explain to us, did you ever experience such thing? And how did you handle it?
I think in my own case, my in-laws were supportive.
Okay.
They were very supportive. Though my husband was sick for some period of time before he passed. So I didn't experience it.
Okay.
They were very supportive.
Okay, they were very, very supportive.
Very supportive.
Very supportive. So how are you managing the situation up to this hour? How are you managing it? What are the content that gave you the bicep to handle it? It's not always easy. Even in the Bible made us to understand what widows usually pass through. So how have you been handling it? Not how did you now, because you told me how you handled the immediate challenge when the news came. But how have you been handling it up to now? What are the things that you are using, the systematic understanding of the condition? How? We want to know exactly how you've been handling this condition up to this hour.
Okay, after he passed, some months later, there's this thing called fear that I was dealing with for some time. I was dealing with the fear of how to start. How are you going to cope?
How to start?
How to start?
How to cope?
How to cope? How to be accepted? The fear of taking the responsibility all by yourself. And at that point, I looked at myself and I said, there's really no hope for me. I was angry with God. I questioned God existence, sorry. And for some time, I stopped going to church. Because this is someone that was a man of faith. And I said, if God could do this
to a man of faith.
And in his word, he says his thoughts are thoughts of good, not of evil, to give you an expected end. So I held on to that word and I was like, this thing that you did, is it good? So for some time, I was fighting with that, the fear to start, where to start from, how to start, how to take all this. Now, I'm going to be a father, I'm going to be a mother, I'm going to be a guardian. You're taking all this responsibility all by yourself. Without this person that brought you into this marriage institution and just left you at a very young age. Who's going to accept you? Where are you going to start from? And coupled with the, will I call it discrimination that attached to being a widow. Some people, she has children. Oh, no. So all that fear was just setting in. At some point, I tried to kill myself. Because
really?
I was afraid. Yes, I was afraid how to start.
So the major fear was how to start. How to cope with the responsibilities.
Yes.
So how then did you cope? That fear, how did you defeat that fear? Because so many widows who are going to watch this, we learn some good lessons from your own experience. You have analyzed the fear, the surrounding fear. And that fear, they are so normal.
Yes.
From the philosophical sense of life, they are normal. Even somebody whose husband travel or somebody whose husband is in the prison will always have the same fear. So now, those people will have the impression that one time, their husband will come. But now, the subconsciousness will speak to you that this man will not come. How then did you handle the fears? The particular, all these fears you name, how did you handle them?
Okay, the first thing that gave me the courage was my children. I looked at them and I said to myself that if not for anybody, I have to live
for them.
I have to survive, I have to struggle, I have to give them that life that their father didn't give to them. So I went back to work, I started all over again, removed that fear. I removed with the help of God, because it wasn't easy. Sometimes it comes in, you cry yourself to sleep. There are some
situations,
instances where you need someone to talk to. You need someone to advise you. There are some certain decisions you need to take concerning your life, concerning the life of the children, and nobody's there. You cry yourself to sleep. You still wake up and pretend that all is well.
All is well.
Because you have children.
The world will be looking at you and say, all is well.
You're strong. You're handling it well. You're a strong woman. That's what I keep. Oh, you're a strong woman. No, you're carrying it well. But they don't know, even in my closet, I cry myself to sleep.
What about his friends, some relations? How did they contribute to changing some of the narratives? How did they contribute their own quota? Every man must have friends, good friends, bad friends. The good ones, how did they relate with you? How did they give you a support to lift your arm to this level?
Okay, so when it comes to friends and families, I want to say they've tried. Everybody has what they are going through. They have their own responsibilities that they are carrying, and even in that joining, God brought in wonderful people.
Okay.
I had support from where I never imagined. God brought people that supported me, people that were there for me. I have a spiritual mother. She stood by me in the gap of prayers. Sometimes I need to cry. I'll call her. I said, just cry. Just come and cry.
Just come and cry.
Just come and cry.
The philosophy of that woman must have been, when you cry, you ease yourself.
Yes.
You remove the tension.
Yes. I'll go to her house. I'll cry. I'll shout. After that, she talks to me. She prays with me. She encouraged me. That was how I'm able to still carry the whole burden, because it's a very big burden. It is.
Because oftentimes when I see your children, I used to feel, no, these children are very well taken care of. They are not facing any challenge. The joy in their heart, how they are bubbling. I say something must be behind. There is something behind that made these situations to be very easy for these children to cope with, and we are hearing it today. So I think it is going to be very, very good for you as a person to throw some kind of advices to widows who are facing this same situation. If you are permitted to have a kind of conference for them, what will be the major advice you are going to give to them, that they will learn from their experience and cope? Because some of them are not coping. Some of them are drained. The world think everything is well with them. The world think maybe they are flourishing, but deep down in between the line, they are finding it very difficult. So what advice do you think you can give to many of them that will surely watch these telecast?
Okay, so what I will tell my fellow widows, single parents, not just widows, single parents too, life has not ended for you. There's still more to life than what this phrase, let me call it a phrase. There's still more to life than this phrase. Pick up. Look for that thing that gives you joy. The world will always criticize you when you're smiling. Hey, this one, our husband just passed and you're looking good like this. If that is what makes you happy, go for it. Build yourself. Go for that career. Do things that makes you happy. Improve yourself. Work on yourself. That's the most important thing, because you have children that depends on you. So for you to give your children a good life, you need to work on yourself. Build yourself. If you need to go back to school, go back to school. You need to pursue that career, There's this business that just start from somewhere, and you'll see how God will bless you, and you see how God will open doors for you. Don't look at yourself that, it's the end of the world, nothing good is going to come out. Something good is going to come out from you.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Permit me to give you this last question. It's a technical question, but though it might come, the answers might come from individual perception.
Okay.
What are the things that a widow can consider before saying, I will remarry. What do you think are the things that a widow will consider before saying, okay, let me give marriage a second chance? What do you think? I know that this particular question comes, and the answer, I'm expecting the answer to come from individual perception. So you are here with me. What do you think? In your own perception, what do you think somebody who is a single mother will consider before saying, okay, men are coming, let me give it a trial? What are the things you put into place? The things we consider before saying, let me give it another trial? Because even the Bible says a widow is free to remarry. So if the Bible has given us that backend and the person is still young, what are the factors the person will put into place before accepting such proposal? Peradventure it comes.
Okay, personally, I would let me personalize it. I would say for me is there's this thing called father figure that your
Father
children,
figure.
yes,
Okay.
that your children will need, especially if they are still very young. And as a woman that you are in this situation, I think one, those are the things you consider. Secondly, as if you're still young, you know, there's this aspect of our life that you're lonely. You need that companionship. You need that person, a safe place, someone that can fill in that vacuum. I know it's always very hard before you see someone
Who will be a replica.
Who will be a replace of your husband. But even at that, you still have to give love a second chance. There are good men out there that would love you and love your children and support you. So if you're still willing to remarry, if you're still very young, you should give it a chance.
So you support the philosophy of there is opportunity to
Sure, yes.
Wow. In fact, the narrative is so touchy. From the day it happened to this present day, we could see that you really played a vital role in the life of your children. And what you have given to us on a platter is going to go a long way in shaping the mindset of so many single mothers out there who are crying, looking for a way. Because they are exposed to so many things. Some people want to come and take advantage of them. Yeah. Some people want to come pretending to love them. Some people will even come, take away the mother and leave. It's just like catching the hen and leaving the chicken.
Some people will pass through your children because they know that that's your weak point. They will start showing them love. Pretend as if they love them so much. It's just because they know your vulnerability. They know you're vulnerable.
Yeah.
So you see a lot of offers. Men will come pretending to be good. They will come with a lot of juicy offers. So as a woman, you need to be wise. You need to be prayerful so you don't make another mistake. Because your heart is very delicate. You don't want to venture into a relationship that will take you away from your children. You know, some men will even go to the extent of saying, oh, when I'm talking to you, why are the children there? I don't want to see them. If I'm talking to you, give me your time. You know, you see a lot of things like that. So we need to be careful.
Even somebody told me some time ago that one came and was saying, I want to marry you, but one thing is that if you want me to take the children along, they must change their father's name and start to bear my name.
Okay, I think I saw something like that
on social media, yes.
And I was telling my friend sent it to me. I was telling my friend that now the lady in question feels, okay, she's comfortable. She's considering the financial aspect of it. So she's feeling, okay, it doesn't take anything. And it's just a year. I think her husband passed just a year. And you want to change your children's name
son name to the new guy's son name. So when I saw it on social media, I was so touched.
I know. It's something I can never do that. No.
Thank you so much. You've really spoken well and you've given us an insight, both for those that are privileged to have their partner around them and the ones that nature and destiny decided to do it that way. I believe strongly that you've heard what our guest has spoken. She touched every area of life in relation to this particular topic. So I'm advising you, if you're a single mother, be very careful. The fact that you lost your husband does not mean that that is the end of life. You still have so many things to build on. More especially if you are privileged to have children around you, make sure that you don't overlook their feelings in whatever decision you are taking. Always pray that the Lord will give you the opportunity not to make mistake. Build yourself, as she said. In every facet, build yourself. Academically, financially, and be prayerful. And be mindful of those who might come as philanthropists, but having a different mindset altogether. Try not to do or take decisions that will jeopardize your heart and your joy. Till we meet next week, I believe that you must have learned a good lesson from what our beloved sister must have taught us today. Until we bring another topic, keep on watching Ozidi TV. For Ozidi TV is a place of entertainment. Not only entertainment, but a place we discover so many things that will help you. We will not forgo our tradition. We will not overlook the way we do it. We need to appreciate our beloved sister for coming and to show her some kind of love. Do you have any business you want us to use this platform to advertise for you? Is there any business you want us?
Yes, sir. I'm into event planning.
You are an event planner?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you can turn a little space into a heaven on earth.
Thank you.
What is the name of your company?
Joyful Event.
Joyful Event. Maybe you are going to give us your telephone number so that we will put it on the screen while we are talking about Joyful Event. You can meet her through that telephone number that is going to show on the screen. Make sure you call her. Peradventure, you have birthday parties, you have wedding parties, get together, company annual conference or whatever. Call her. She will give you a powerful heavenly touch in that particular event, because no event will be so good without a proper handling of the event center. And I say, may God bless you who have taken time to watch our topic for today. Meanwhile, we have a little gift for you. Don't mind my hand, it might be a little bit heavy, or but permit me to use muscle to lift it up. This is for you. Ozidi TV and the crew members who are outside there, they are saying they love you, they thank you for coming, making out your time to be here with us. We say, may God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
In the mighty name of Jesus. It is well with you.
Thank you, sir.
Till next time, Ozidi TV still remain an entertainment planet. Be there and never change the channel. It is well with you. Amen.